Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone rule well, as well as double honor to their elders. Peace and blessings to 144,000 pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, as well as peace and blessings to all the believers of Yahushai. I'm just going to be a quick Hebrew lesson slash a Hebrew prayer. And I got the inspiration, to do this from the Elder Tazapai about 2 Sundays ago, at camp. We was just going into how we're going to be used to calling upon the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in the day of adversity, during Jacob's trouble, it's going to come off as second nature, Yahweh, and he said, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, help, help me, man. So that sparked my spirit, to just put together, a quick, simple prayer, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, help. Or in this instance, I use the word, I want to use a familiar word, brothers always, say, so from the anointing prayer, Shamar, as we see on the board here, Shamar, and then the anointing prayer, says, and he keep you, or and he watch you. Waya Shamarka, Yabaraka, Yahweh, Waya Shamarka. So, this is that word Shamar, and I pulled out a couple definitions of it from the interlinear. So you got Shamar, and it means to keep, guard, protect, save life. And this is exactly what we're going to be asking for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to do in that day, to help us, to keep us from the dangers, the trouble that's coming, to guard us while we in it, man, and protect us and save our life ultimately, So this is the word Shamar. Let's get into the quick prayer now. And once again, just simple prayer. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Shamar, and depending on who you're praying for. If you're praying for yourself, I was going to write it down. Shamar Yah, protect me, guard me, save me. Or Shamar Ka, as it said, why is Shamar Ka is in the anointed prayer, the Lord keep and watch you, but you put up on yourself, you'll use the Yah at the end. Or as well, for brothers, just in general, just throw up the prayer for all the Akim, the Zaquanium, Yahweh, Shamar, Nawa, as we will see that, that suffix all throughout the Lord's Prayer. So let's write it down right there. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And then, so Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, once again, Shamarka, Shamar, Nawa, or Shamar Yah. That's the prayer, but let's, I'll write the 3 different versions of, the suffix at the bottom here. So you have, we'll do Shamar Yah first for yourself. Shamar Yah, which means, save me, or to keep me, guard me, protect me, I just, better yet, I just do the suffix instead of writing the word out again, These are, I put suffixes just to label it so you know. This is at the end of the word. So you got Yah. When you see Yah at the end of a word, it's possessive, for yourself. So Yah, you say, I'll put me or my, me or my, put it at the bottom. Then you got Ka for putting it on, if you're blessing someone else, put it up on them. Ka is for you. Waya Shamar Ka, and he bless you, So Ka is you. Then you have Nawa, which means us, our, us, our. But in this case, I'm using it for, us. So now, just to say the quick prayer, something simple, very easy, because in that day, no matter what situation you're in, say troops about to knock your door down. We ain't about to, give me a second. I'm about to, saying the whole Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, man. We going, man, even if we said in English, the most important thing, is the names, calling upon the name of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. That's the most important thing, even if you say Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, help me, in that day, that's the most, you got it, man. That's the most important part, that's what we have to do. But just to, if you want to say it all in the Hebrew, just a quick word, word brothers familiar with, if you've been around for a minute, learning the Hebrew, Shamar, this is in an anointing prayer. So I'll just say, 3 times with the 3 different suffixes you can add at the end of Shamar. So it could be Yahweh, I put the Yah at the end. So it could be Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Shamar Yah. Simply put, in that day, man, we quick, something simple, So you got the Shamar Yah. Guess I should write it in black. Shamar Ka. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Shamar Ka, And this really don't have to do this, but you get the point. Shamar Na Wa. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Shamar Na Wa. I find myself, just it's good to pray for the Akim, the Zirconium. We all need that protection and mercy from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I find myself, just throwing it up in this version, all the time. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Shamar Na Wa. Protect all of us. But Lord willing, this was edifying to the point. I'm going to end it right there. Giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double unto the apostle and elders, great millstone, rule well, as well as double unto their elders. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, pushing this word with all truth and sincerity. Shalom.